Just ahead on CTV News, the county has seen a rise in missing persons cases. Tonight, we are raising awareness on the issue. Plus, we meet the new class of graduates ready to protect and serve. And
tonight on CTV News, we'll show you how powerful winds can get. I'm Katara Jones. I have everything you need to know coming up.
Those stories and more on CTV News, starting now.
Good evening. This is CTV News for September 19th. I'm Jonathan Hunter.
And I'm Michaela Newton. Thanks so much for joining us.
Over the last few weeks, there were multiple people reported missing in Prince George's County. Some had good endings while others did not. The Black and Missing Foundation and a county councilwoman are talking about the importance of raising awareness when a person of color goes missing. 19-year-old Takara Thompson was reported missing on August 23rd. For more than a week, there was a big push from the community to find the Lanham woman. Unfortunately, her body was found on September 1st in Anne Arundel County. A man is behind bars accused of her murder. Thompson's family reached out to the Black and Missing Foundation when she was missing.
We also provided flyers and just helping to amplify and get the word out.
Derica Wilson is the co-founder of the organization. Their goal is to make sure when people of color go missing, they raise awareness, because typically when a Black person goes missing, it doesn't generate the same level of media coverage when a white person is missing. Although the Takara Thompson case had a sad ending, Wilson is happy the case got a lot of attention.
We are very pleased how the community stepped forward, how the media helped amplify the case, and law enforcement, really taking the case seriously and investigating it.
In Prince George's County, there were other cases as well. In just the last 2 months, 43-year-old Erica Perry and 37-year-old Santia Desir were missing. They were both located safely. But Takari Tahuti from Sea Pleasant, who was reported missing on August 17th, was found dead. His body was found 5 days later in a lake in Lake Arbor. He was just 32 years old and a father. Councilwoman Walla Blagay says she knew Tahuti's mom and advocated for his return.
I will say that the family was concerned, and his mother is in the same chapter as me for Delta Sigma Theta, and that a lot of people reached out to try to get the word out. And we're glad he was found. It looks like it was an accident.
Blagay applauds the work of the Black and Missing Foundation and says going forward, when a person goes missing, it's crucial to get the word out.
The word getting out is key to getting on any of these cases solved, because people will see something and they see something, say something. And if they see something, that might prompt them to say, I think I saw that person.
There's so many people that are missing, not just in Prince George's County, but this is a great opportunity for law enforcement to also highlight other missing people cases so the community can actively be vigilant.
The Black and Missing Foundation recently released their law enforcement best practices guide when it comes to missing persons investigations. I'll have more on that next week.
Well, an alarming report from Maryland's comptroller says 4 out of every 5 public schools across the state need repair, renovation, or even full replacement. Just 20% of school buildings are in satisfactory shape or better. The rest fall short, from outdated facilities to structures deemed functionally unreliable. Comptroller Brooke Learman calls it a wake-up call, warning that the state can't maintain its reputation for top-ranked schools without investing in safer, modern learning spaces. The report also notes construction costs are surging, up 42% since 2019. Now, Learman also says that fixing the problem will require a statewide reimagining of how Maryland pays for school construction.
Students in Prince George's County are showing real gains, with new state test scores pointing to stronger performances across the board. The latest Maryland Comprehensive Assessment Program results show PGCPS made improvements in nearly every grade level, with math scores up nearly 4 percentage points, about double the statewide growth. English language arts scores also rose, tracking closely with the state average. The results also show that more than 30,000 students are within reach of proficiency. Interim Superintendent Dr. Sean Joseph says these results are the story of momentum and liftoff.
Meanwhile, the Prince George's County school system will be getting some of its libraries renovated. The nonprofit group Heart of America will spend the next 6 to 8 months renovating 46 school libraries. The library improvements include smart TVs, computer stations, 3D printers, robotic kits, and 7,200 books. The multi-million-dollar renovation project is expected to be completed in 2026. Well, a water main break in the county yesterday that closed one local school and left residents without water has now been repaired. WSSC Water announced the water main break was near 7503 Marlboro Pike when they received reports of water surfacing around 12:30 a.m. Longsfield Elementary School was closed for the day, and WSSC gave water to the Forestville Healthcare Center and established a water station for the apartment, which housed nearly 430 units. As of this morning, water services have been turned on for all customers.
University of Maryland College Park President Darrell Pines is still under investigation for allegedly plagiarizing. Pines is accused of plagiarizing 1,500 words from a tutorial website created by Joshua Altman. Pines authored a paper in 2002 and another one in 2006 where the content was used. Altman told the Diamondback, University of Maryland's newspaper, he was disappointed Pines could potentially plagiarize his work. The president has denied the allegations and has called for an impartial review. Congratulations are in order for the 45 new recruits that graduated from the Prince George's County Police Department's Training Academy today. Family and friends were there to celebrate their accomplishment. Of the 45 graduates, 30 will join the PGPD force, and the remaining 15 will join ranks of other partnering law enforcement agencies within the county.
The life of service is what you chose. It's not always easy, but it is rewarding. You get to help people every day. You get to come to work and help people get through tough moments. And all of you that served our country and are currently serving, we thank you so much. Really, there's no better job than one of service.
And today's graduation was held at Riverdale Baptist Church. You're watching CTV News. I'm Jonathan Hunter.
And I'm Michaela Newton. Still to come, the University of Maryland is not only preparing their students for success, but helping them dress the part as well.
We get an inside look at the school's newest boutique after the break. Stay with us.
We are the nation's largest integrated healthcare system, providing life-changing care to over 9 million veterans.
Our hands are busy, competent, skilled, healing, helping, and friendly. A place where diverse teams come together hand in hand to provide full patient-centered care. Working in state-of-the-art facilities with influential leaders in healthcare, all with a single goal in mind: to help veterans heal, recover, and get their lives back. In a place where everyone plays a part and where your efforts are truly appreciated. A place so innovative and forward-thinking that we're rebuilding hands, and where even robots lend a hand.
Join hands with us. Learn more at vacareers.va.gov.
Our connections make powerful things happen, uniting individuals and communities. We are Rotary. We are people of action. With over 1 million members, we know what people can do when they come together. Around the world, generations of leaders build new friendships and solve problems, turning great ideas into reality. Take action with us. Find out more at rotary.org/action.
Hi, I'm the Big C. Hey, look at this beautiful couple. I knew as soon as I said that, I was like, don't say it, don't assume. Did you know more than 2 people die from skin cancer every hour?
Oh man.
It's a bummer, but the good news is skin cancer is a cancer you can see, so you can go get checked. You can check each other regularly, make it romantic. Turns out I'm a matchmaking mirror. You're welcome. love might be in the air.
Welcome back. A new decision on childhood vaccines is sparking debate. Health Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s Vaccine Advisory Panel is recommending new restrictions on the MMRV shot, the combination vaccine that protects against measles, mumps, rubella, and chickenpox. The panel voted to bar the shot for children under 4, saying kids should get separate doses instead. Members cited rare but frightening seizures that can happen when the first round of the combo vaccine. But many doctors and public health experts are warning the move could lower vaccination rates at a time when childhood immunizations are already slipping. The CDC director will decide whether to adopt the panel's recommendation.
Well, Maryland is joining a coalition of northeastern states pushing back against the Trump administration's tighter vaccine policies. The State Department of Health says Maryland has signed onto the bipartisan Northeast Public Health Collaborative alongside New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, and others to set its own science-based vaccine guidelines and ensure access. This comes as federal advisors debate new recommendations that could further limit who gets COVID-19 shots. Governor Wes Moore has already signed a law requiring insurers to keep covering vaccines recommended as of last December to protect Marylanders' access. And September is recognized as National Preparedness Month.
And strong hurricane-force winds is something that everyone should take seriously. CTV's Katara Jones takes us inside a wind tunnel experiencing the real-life impacts of strong winds.
That's right. I'm inside the Martin Wind Tunnel here at the University of Maryland. And right now, we're getting winds close to 30 miles per hour. But school officials say it can get up to 230 miles per hour. What you are hearing are winds reaching 105 miles per hour. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, that would be Category 2 hurricane winds, which are very strong and dangerous.
As the winds increase, say above 100 miles an hour, 120 miles per hour, that starts to threaten structures. And structures can start to vibrate, windows to become broken, doors can break open.
This wind tunnel, which was created by Glenn Martin at the end of World War II, was used to help build airplanes and rockets. Director Joel Barlow says it can test just about anything.
This wind tunnel has been used to test almost anything that moves in air or water, from airplanes to trucks and buses and cars, and even parts of buildings like shingles for roofs.
With scientists expecting this hurricane season to be an active and above average hurricane season, disaster preparedness experts say it's important to prepare your home and family now in case you need to evacuate.
Now, if you're in an area that you know typically could evacuate for a hurricane, get ready, know where you're going, know where you're supposed to go. Most places, when they say to evacuate, they really mean you need to evacuate only a few miles.
If the wind tunnel reached its max of 230 miles per hour, that would be a Category 5 hurricane. Katara Jones, CTV News.
Thanks, Katara, for that story. For more details on the wind tunnel at UMD, visit the website on your screen. Homecoming season is right around the corner, and one local school is increasing security this year due to recent threats. Morgan State University announced this week that campus access will be restricted after the Homecoming Day football game on October 11th. All buildings will be closed at 3 p.m. and activities will end at 5. The university's police will also collaborate with Baltimore Police and Maryland State Troopers to send in 200 personnel. This all comes after the school was one of many HBCUs to receive threats following the death of Charlie Kirk.
Well, the University of Maryland Smith School of Business is giving students a new way to dress for success. With an initial $25,000 grant, the school has opened a new career boutique offering free professional attire to students. Take a look. Located inside Van Munching Hall next to the Smith's Office of Career Services is a hidden gem at the University of Maryland.
I think all students, all people feel better when you have a great suit on to go for an interview.
A career boutique filled with professional attire from suits, ties, and luxury handbags to make sure students are ready for their next job interview or career fair. Students have an account at the boutique, rent the item for free, and bring it back dry cleaned. What used to be a storage room and old office is now the school's first co-curricular initiative.
There were some clothes in here, and I asked, what are these clothes for? And they said, well, a while ago they were thinking about having a career boutique, but they could never really get it off the ground and get the money to get it started. I thought, well, maybe we can use a grant or some money from one of our employers to actually get the career boutique up and running, and that's exactly what happened.
And it's a part of Michelle Yoon's capstone project.
I started this as my capstone project for the BSc Scholars Program, and then we wanted to just make a community where people can borrow their professional wear if they don't have it, whether they left it at home or if they can't afford it. I had my team of, I think it was 4 or 5 other people. We worked on it all last semester and did most of the planning, and then over the summer we had a couple people come in and start really getting it together.
The boutique offers paid jobs for students in UMD's Business Society and Entrepreneurship program to learn how to run their own business. And students can rent the items for 30 days, and they actually hope to expand with a bigger location, more hours of operation, and even more clothing donations from alumni. Well, still to come on CTV News, Halloween is just around the corner, which means it's time for costumes, candy, and spooky decorations.
But how much are you spending on the scary holiday? We have those numbers when we come back. Stay with us.
We hear the stories of people forced to abandon their home. The stories of people whose dreams have been swept away, or their lives left hanging by a thread. Or whose worlds have been blasted apart. Although the stories repeat themselves, each person's experience is unique as they are. And whether it's care or community that people need, we're here to help them live a new chapter, to embrace what makes them unique, be a lifeline to the most vulnerable.
Out! Out! Everybody out! Come on!
Good job. Under 2 minutes.
Keep your loved ones safe from home fires. Practice a 2-minute drill until it's part of your routine. And test your smoke alarms monthly.
In America, millions of families are facing hunger. After rent and power, I can get groceries. It's sad to say food comes last. Anna from Texas. The Feeding America network of food banks helps provide over 6 billion meals to people in need each year. Together, we can end hunger. Learn more at feedingamerica.org.
3 people are recovering tonight after a violent dog attack in Suitland. Officials say a mother and her 2 children were bitten around 8:30 Wednesday night on the 3900 block of Suitland Road. All 3 were rushed to the hospital with serious but non-life-threatening injuries. Animal control officers removed 3 dogs from the scene, and police aren't saying yet what breeds were involved or who owns them. And because the victims are juveniles, their names aren't being released, but we're told they're expected to be okay.
And we all know technology has invaded every part of our lives. And the restaurant chain Silver Diner wants you to unplug. This summer, Silver Diner launched a new concept called Unplug at Silver Diner, where cell phones, laptops, and iPads are turned off. And the diner turns into a family-friendly game night restaurant. The Unplug at Silver Diner was created due to a slump in sales in the spring. So every Tuesday night, family and friends can eat, bond, and play games in a tech-free environment. The Federal Trade Commission has filed a lawsuit against Ticketmaster, claiming the company forces customers to pay more for live events through illegal tactics. A bipartisan group of attorney generals have joined the FTC on the lawsuit as well. FTC claims Ticketmaster advertises lower ticket prices than what customers actually have to pay. The lawsuit claims brokers use fake accounts to buy up several tickets and then sells them at a substantial markup on the Ticketmaster platform.
As the trees begin to change colors and fall starts to settle in, what's most on everyone's mind is trick or treat. The National Retail Federation reports that Halloween spending is expected to surpass $13 billion this year. That number is up from last year's $11.6 billion spent. Candy continues to be the most popular purchase, with total spending expected to reach just shy of $4 billion, followed by costume purchases and decorations. So if you plan to get into the Halloween spirit, NRF says start early to get the best deals.
And now that the movie summer season is officially over, Hollywood has switched its focus over to Halloween and the upcoming award season.
And with that in mind, there's plenty at the box office for you to enjoy this weekend. The highly popular British show Downton Abbey has its final send-off with Downton Abbey, the grand finale. The Stephen King adaptation, The Long Walk, is currently in theaters, receiving rave reviews for its two lead young actors. And anime fans came out in droves last weekend for Demon Slayer: Infinity Castle.
And joining the box office competition this weekend is the surreal romance drama A Big, Beautiful, Beautiful Journey, starring Margot Robbie and Colin Farrell, and the sports horror film Him, starring Marlon Wayans and produced by Jordan Peele. And speaking of sports, it's now time for our Friday sports page.
That's right. What's going on in sports today, Simon?
Stay tuned for your Friday sports page, everyone, because I have an update for you on Commanders QB Jaden Daniels on his status going into the team's game against the Las Vegas Raiders. Don't go anywhere.
home before sunrise, on top of the house, the kids, and our future. The smell of your cooking is our alarm clock. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's start saving a little more now so we can feel prepared for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need so we can live our lives to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org.
When I was 10, my mom got deported. We had a difficult time, and I feel that's why I didn't get to finish school. My husband is really supportive in a way that he pushed me to go back to school.
She wants to have a career so her kids can look up to her.
They both keep me motivated to go to school, and they see that if I do it, like, they can do it too, you know? I feel that everything's possible.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hey there, sports fans. Y'all know what time it is. Let's get into it. Well, guys, it's Friday, so you know what that means. It's Friday Night Lights. Tons of high school football teams around the county will be taking the field tonight to try and add another win to their total. First off, we have Potomac, who will be looking to get their third dub of the year when they face off against Bowie at home. Next, we have two gridiron powerhouses in Flowers and Wise, who will be matching up against one another. Then we have Suitland, who will be in Oxon Hill tonight, taking on the Clippers. And two teams in Frederick Douglass and Surrattsville will try to get their second win of the season when they face off. And finally, Fairmont Heights will take their show on the road to take on Gwynn Park. And be sure to tune in on Monday, everyone, because I'll have some highlights for you. Meantime, the Big Ten schedule for the UMD men's basketball team has been revealed. The Terps will host their first conference game on December 13th against Michigan. Maryland will also host Oregon, Indiana, Penn State, and Purdue, just to name a few. And head coach Buzz Williams and company will be on the road against Iowa, UCLA, USC, and more. For more information on the Terps Big Ten schedule, visit the website on your screen. And sticking with Terps talk, the football team will return to action tomorrow when they take on Wisconsin for their Big Ten opener. Kickoff is at noon. And both the men and women's soccer teams will be in action this weekend, as the men's team will host Pitt tonight at 7 o'clock, while the women's team will host Purdue on Sunday at noon. And switching gears to the NFL, as official Commanders fans, quarterback Jaden Daniels will not play on Sunday against the Raiders due to his knee sprain injury. So that means veteran Marcus Mariota will start in place of him. And head coach Dan Quinn has a lot of confidence that Mariota will be able to execute the team's offense.
We've been together now going into our second season, so the room's pretty fantastic. They lean on each other, what things are best, how to feature the guys into that space. So I would say it's probably our time together of what we've seen, where he's at. About a month ago, he had an Achilles injury, maybe a little longer, but he really worked hard to get that part right. And maybe 3 weeks ago or so, man, you could feel all the things coming back. And the first week of the season, working, against the defense on so many things. But he's just got such a strong grasp of what we do and how we get down.
Kickoff is at 1 o'clock. And to wrap up today's sports page, the Bowie State football team will be looking to bounce back from their loss against Delaware State in their game against Livingstone College tomorrow. Kickoff is at 4 o'clock. And that wraps up your Friday sports page. Simon Bucks, CTV Sports.
All right, Simon, with a look at sports, thanks so much. Now let's take a look at our 3-day weather forecast.
Tonight, partly cloudy skies with a low of 64. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with a high of 77.
Sunday, we have a slight chance of showers with a high of 76. And Monday, partly sunny skies with a high of 78. And for our community calendar, head down to the National Harbor tomorrow and join the Walk to End Alzheimer's. The county's health department is supporting the Alzheimer's Association to fight against the global dementia crisis.
Registration will be at 8:30 a.m., followed by an opening ceremony at 9:30. And the walk kicks off at the Capitol Canopy at 10. To register beforehand, visit the website on your screen. And that wraps up CTV News for now. Thanks for joining us.
We'll see you again on Monday. Have a good night.
I'm Leslie, Chief Marketing Officer of Guns. We've never met, but I'm already in your head. My company manufactures guns, and I manufacture your manhood. I make men like you feel big and strong by selling you bigger guns and even bigger lies. And if motivating you doesn't work, I'll just scare you into buying one. Be a man. Take control. Protect your family from those people. I got plenty of tricks up my sleeve.